Welcome back. So now we have to modify our code so that we can use function calls. So let's quickly look at the assignment here. So we're going to have two functions. We're going to have a bus fare function that has one parameter, the person's age, and it will give back the values we expect. Adult fare 100 if the person is an adult, and so on. And we want a second function. Okay, so if the person is carrying luggage, well, they pay the full price, but if they're not carrying luggage, they get a discount. And I gave some sample variables and function calls here that you can test. So for age 27, this should result in an adult fare. Carrying luggage equals no. That should result in the following message that the user gets a $10 discount. You save $10. So here's the code, and I wrote it in a special program, a special text editor called Notepad++. It's similar to the Notepad we have in Windows. Okay, so if you're familiar with this, it's the same sort of thing. The only difference is it takes our code that we've typed out and it indents it, it puts nice color coding. This is totally optional. You don't need to use this application, but if you want, you can download Notepad++ and install it on your machine. Write your code out there and test it. So let's look at the final result. Here's our two functions, bus fare. Now let me go ahead and collapse it, and discount. So I'm going to collapse that one as well. And we are testing our function down here. So we're making two function calls, one for the discount function and the other one for the bus fare function. And we're passing in 23 for the age and the answer yes for if the person is carrying luggage or not. We're going to pass that into the discount function. So let's look at the age function first, or sorry, not the age function, the bus fare function first. So the code is almost identical to what we had before. It's the same age range, the same variables and everything. The only difference here is if you look carefully, instead of setting a variable called fare, we're just going to go out, print it out straight. And likewise with all the other ages, we're not setting a variable called fare, we are printing it out. So that's the first modification you need to do. Define your function and modify the content of the if clause to print out the fare directly. So let's go ahead and collapse this, and let's look at the discount function now. So with the discount function, we can see that we are doing a test here. Okay, if the luggage equals yes, this is how you do a test, equals yes, then you're going to print out a second message to the screen, there's no discount. However, if the person is indeed carrying luggage, then they save $10. So let's go ahead and run through this in both cases and see what happens. So we're calling the first function age, and we're passing in 23 as an argument. So in the age function, 23 comes in here, and then we start running through the test. Is the person greater than or equal to 65? No. Is the person between 18 and 64? Yes. Well, then print out adult fare $100. So that is the bus fare function. Let's go to the other function now. The other function call here is discount, and are we carrying luggage? The answer is yes. So let's see how the discount function handles this. So the letter Y, capital Y, is received as the argument for this function, and then we do a test. If carrying luggage equals Y, print out the following, discount, otherwise they don't get any discount, and that gets printed to the screen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to expand all of this, and I'm going to do a copy and paste into our code editor. If you do use to download and install Notepad++, it's not required, but if you do decide to do it, you do need to set the language. And the language here, if you click on languages, you can go to P and select Python. That's the only real configuration you need to do. So let's copy and paste this into our code editor. It's the same code editor we've been using up to now. We paste it in, and let's go ahead and run it. And we see here adult fare $100, no discount. So let's go ahead and change our parameters now. So you were asked to experiment with the boundary value. So I'm going to start with 13. You can do them all, 13. And this time the person has no luggage. So I'll put capital N in there. Now keep in mind, this is case sensitive. Y or N here are hard-coded as capital. So make sure that you enter capital letters there. So let's go ahead and run it. And this time we see it's a child fare, and you save $10 because you are not carrying